So we are starting with a magic ring, which is done like so. We're going to take the yarn around our fingers, cross, turn over, and we're going to go underneath the first piece of yarn and over the top of the second and pull through, hook down, turn, and we're going to grab this piece of yarn here and pull it through the loop. Now it can be a little bit fiddly to do a magic ring, so just keep trying and persevere with it. It doesn't always happen first time. What we're going to do then is we are going to do 6 double crochet UK turns or single crochet US turns in the ring. So I'll do the first couple with you. That's 6 double crochet UK turns or single crochet US turns in the ring. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you finish those 6 crochet stitches and I'll meet you back here when we are done. So here we have our 6 stitches in the ring, and the reason this ring is so magic is because you're going to pull on this little tail here and it is going to close up that ring nicely, leave us without a hole, and then we can work on our next round. Pull that nice and tight and it will close that hole for you, and our next round is going to be 2 double crochet UK turns or single crochet US turns into every stitch. So that's an increase in every stitch, 2 double crochet or 2 single crochet into every stitch. Now just a note here, you might want to add a stitch marker as well. I've got these cute little heart ones that I'm going to pop in just to keep my place within the rounds, because if I'm counting and filming there's a high possibility it's going to go very, very wrong. So once again we're going to do an increase round, 2 stitches into every stitch from the previous round. Instructions will be up on the screen, you guys, so you can follow along. I'm going to let you do this round, pause the video here, and I will come back when we have 12 stitches. Okay, so just in case you didn't know, when you get to your stitch marker, that is your last stitch of the round. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take that stitch marker out of that stitch like so, and then you're going to want to work the required amount of stitches, so in this case it's 2 stitches, into your very last stitch. And then when you have done that, you're going to put the stitch marker back into the last stitch you made, and that's how you use a stitch marker. So now we've finished the round, we're going to pop that stitch marker back into that last stitch we made, and that will indicate to us the next time we go around that that is the last stitch of the round, and that's how a stitch marker works. So that's our round completed. What we're going to do now is we're going to go on to the next round, and the next round is going to be double crochet UK turns in the first and increase in the second. So double crochet UK turns or single crochet US turns into the first stitch, and then an increase stitch, so 2 double crochet UK turns or 2 single crochet US turns into the next. Instructions are going to be on the screen, so what I'm going to do is I am going to let you pause the video here, finish this round, and meet you back when we are done. We now have our completed round, and you should have 18 stitches in this round. We are going to do another increase round, but this time we are going to do double crochet, increase, or in US terms single crochet, increase, and that is going to give us 24 stitches as we go around here. So I'll do the first repeat with you. It's going to be double crochet, increase. So we'll get this first repeat done just so you can see what the pattern looks like. So 1 stitch into the first, and then 1 stitch into the second, and then an increase, so 2 stitches into this next one. So pause the video, you should know the drill by now. Pause the video, do this round, and then I will meet you guys back here when we are done, and you will have 24 stitches. 24 stitches in, only 2 more increase rounds to go. The next increase round is going to be double crochet, and then an increase. So 3 double crochet UK turns, increase, or 3 single crochet US turns, increase, all the way around. So it's another increase round, and that's how we work through the pattern. This is going to give you 30 stitches at the end of the round. So remember, that's 3 double crochet increase UK terms or 3 single crochet increase US terms. Again, I am going to let you pause the video here, work this round, and I will meet you back here when we're done and you will have 30 stitches. So we are ready to complete our very last increase round. This time we are going to do the pattern of 4 double crochet UK turns increase or 4 single crochet US turns increase. So double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet increase in UK terms, and that's going to be the pattern all the way around. And at the end of this round you will end up with 36 stitches, and this is going to be the very last increase round as well, and then we'll start to just do rounds of double crochet in UK terms or single crochet in US terms around to build up the shape of that body. So the pattern goes 4 double crochet increase UK terms, 4 single crochet increase US terms, and you know the drill. I'm going to let you guys pause the video and meet you back here when you have done this round, and you'll have 36 stitches on your piece. We now have our increase rounds completed, and what we're going to do is we're just going to do 5 rounds of double crochet UK turns or single crochet US turns around. So that is going to work up the body a little bit and you're going to get some height in your piece. So 5 rounds double crochet UK turns or single crochet US turns. Pause the video and then come back when you've done those 5 rounds. This is what our piece is starting to look like. It's starting to form a semicircle sort of shape, and this is going to be our head and face part. So we're going to now do a decrease round, and we're going to work 4 double crochet decrease. So I'm going to show you how to do an invisible decrease for this round. So let's work the first 4 stitches, so 4 double crochet UK turns or 4 single crochet US turns. So we've got 1, 2 and 3 and 4, and then I'm going to show you how to do an invisible decrease. So when you're doing your decrease, you want to go up through the front loop only of the first, and then again up through the front loop only of the second stitch, and then what you're going to do is you're going to yarn over, pull through those 2 loops that you've just gone through and through the loop that was already on your hook, and that is how we do an invisible decrease. So I'm going to leave you guys to work 4 double crochet UK turns or 4 single crochet US turns and then a decrease around this round, and I will meet you back here when you have done. This is what you should have now, and then we are just going to work again 4 rounds of double crochet UK turns or 4 rounds of single crochet US turns around to build up a little bit more height on our little seal body. So pause the video, come back when you've done your 4 rounds, and we will do the next steps. So this is the body as it looks now, and it's given a little bit of height and it's starting to point into sort of a teardrop shape. So we're now going to do another decrease round, and this decrease round is going to be 3 double crochet UK turns or 3 single crochet US turns and then a decrease. So you want to use that invisible decrease that we learned in the last steps, and you're going to do 3 double crochet decrease UK turns or 3 single crochet decrease US turns. You guys, you know this drill by now. I'm going to let you pause the video and then you're going to do the round and then come back here when you have done. And this is what our body looks like now. We have done that decrease round. So again, we're going to do 4 more rounds of just double crochet UK turns or single crochet US turns to add more height to our body. So 4 more rounds of double crochet UK turns or single crochet US turns, and meet me back here when you're done. Alrighty, so we have our body here, And now is the perfect time, if you're using them, to put in safety eyes and do a little bit of stuffing. So we're going to pop our safety eyes in first, and I'm using 6mm safety eyes. If you're not using safety eyes, and if you're embroidering the features on, or if you're needle felting them on like I did with my first little seal, then skip this part of the video and go straight to the next crochet steps. But I am going to just show you where I'm going to put my eyes on the body. So I'm going between rounds 4 and 5, and I'm roughly placing them 6 to 7 stitches apart. But of course it's up to you, it's your plushie, you're going to make the face however you want it to. Now, just as I'm here popping these safety eyes in, I just would like to know, has anyone got a safety eye tool? If you have, leave me a comment in the comments to say where you got it from and is it any good, because safety eyes are becoming a little bit of the bane of my existence at the minute, especially these tiny ones, which I really struggle with. Okay, and we're also going to add some stuffing at this stage, because if we don't start stuffing now, we're not going to have a big enough gap. My stuffing tips are, as always, little and often and as firm as you want it to be. So pop your stuffing in, and then when you've done that, come back and we will carry on crocheting around and adding more stuffing as we go. So we are going to now do our last decrease round, and this decrease round is going to go 2 double crochet decrease UK terms or 2 single crochet decrease US terms, and you're going to do this all the way around. And I've said this so many times throughout this video, but I'm going to pause it. No, you're going to pause it here and crochet the round, and then come back when you're done and we will do the next round together. Okay, so that is our last decrease round, and all we're going to do now is pop one more round of double crochet UK terms or single crochet US terms in the body, and then we will be ready to do the tail. So pause the video and come back when you've done that. Okay, we are now ready to do the tail. Now the tail is no sew. We're going to work one piece first and then the other. What you want to make sure of is that your tail is lined up with your eyes. What you don't want to happen is your tail's off center, and then when you try and lie it down like this, your eyes are off center. So the tail should line up with the eyes. You're going to fold the bottom piece in half, and we're going to work one tail fin and then the other tail fin. Now a good way to do this is to count 9 stitches from your stitch marker around to the other side. So we're going to count 9 stitches to the other side like so, and then on the 10th stitch you want to shove your stitch marker through that side as well, so that you it's just reminding yourself, don't crochet through those stitches, that's for the other tail fin. So on that 10th stitch, so count your 9, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and then in the 10th one pop your stitch marker. And that's just going to sort of say to you, leave that side alone for a minute, and we're going to work on this side first. Alrighty, our tail. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to double crochet UK terms or single crochet US terms into those 9 stitches before you hit that stitch marker again. So 9 double crochet UK terms or 9 single crochet US terms. And when you've done, it should be something like this. Now, pause the video here if you need to. I know that was a bit of a dodgy transition. So when you've done that, you'll have your 9 stitches that start off this tail fin here. And you'll have the other side. And what we're going to do is we're going to stuff it when we've finished the first tail fin. We'll finish off stuffing then. So don't worry about that for now. Let's work up this first tail fin, and then we will concentrate on the other side afterwards. So we are going to do another 9 stitches on this side, and that is going to take you around to the other side again, and then we will take our stitch marker out of the way and pop it in to its rightful place. So another 9 stitches. Pause the video and I will meet you back here when you have done. So let's get rid of the stitch marker now, because it's sort of done its job, and we need it in the other side now anyway, because the next round is going to be double crochet decrease UK terms or single crochet decrease US terms, and that is going to be our decrease round. That is going to then give us 6 stitches, and we will then fasten off and sew the ends closed. So double crochet decrease UK terms or single crochet decrease US terms all the way around, and I will meet you guys back here when you are done. Alrighty, so decrease round completed. We need to fasten off this little beauty here, and then we are going to sew this tail closed, and we are going to hide the ends in, and then we're going to stuff the tail so that it's actually stuffed and not like a pancake. Stuff the rest of the body, and then we are going to work on the second tail fin. So stuffing in from here up that tail fin, and then the rest of the body as well, making sure that you stuff it as firmly as you want it. You might want to leave them flat, but I just didn't like them like that. And then firmly stuff the rest of the body as well. Alrighty, body and tail stuffed, and now we're going to work on that second tail fin. This one's a little bit different. We're going to attach the yarn, and then we are only going to work 1 round of double crochet and then the decrease round, because we already got the first round from the rounds on the tail. It'll all make sense and it'll all be even once you've done it. So attach your yarn like so, and then when you've attached your yarn to that first stitch there, you're also going to double crochet into the same stitch, UK terms or single crochet US terms, because that attachment doesn't count as a stitch. So once you've attached your yarn, you're also going to double crochet into that same stitch, and then you're going to double crochet 9 around that tail fin space, and then you're going to come back here, because you'll have paused the video like you already know you're going to, and we'll go through the next steps together. Okay, so we've done that. You're going to want to stuff again at this point, just to make sure you've got ample stuffing into that tail fin. And then when you've put enough stuffing in, you're going to do your decrease round, which is double crochet decrease in UK terms or single crochet decrease in US terms. So your decrease round after the stuffing, which will then take us to the point that you're going to fasten off. So pause the video, do the decrease round, and then come back and we'll fasten off. Alright, so we're going to fasten off now. And I'm just going to show you a few things that you need to think of when you're sewing in this tail fin, because there will be a little hole in between the 2 tail fins where we've joined the second one. So what you're going to do is you can actually insert extra stuffing in through that hole, which is this one here, to make sure you can plump up that little tail fin a bit if you want to. So just prod it in, be careful. If you're going to use scissors like I am, be super careful. And if you're clumsy like me, then you probably don't want to do this. But I was extra careful, and no fingers were harmed in the making of this seal. Okay, you can see it popping up there. So now you're going to sew around that hole and the middle stitches with your tail end, and then your fins will be complete. Tail fins completed. We've got our eyes in. We now just need some fins up top of the body, the hand fins. I don't know the proper name. If you do, drop them in the comments. And you're going to make 2 of those in exactly the same way. So we're going to firstly start off with a magic ring, and completed like so. A little bit quicker this time because it's right at the start of the video. So if you need to go back, do so. And we're going to pop 6 stitches into this magic ring. So 6 double crochet UK terms or 6 single crochet US terms into the magic ring. Now, bearing in mind, I'm only going to show you how to make 1 of these, but you actually need to make 2. So first round, 6 double crochet in the magic ring or 6 single crochet US terms in the magic ring. Round completed, and you're going to want to pop your stitch marker in again so you don't lose your place. And for round 2, we are going to increase in every stitch. So 2 double crochet UK terms or 2 single crochet US terms into every stitch. And this is going to give you 12 stitches at the end of the round. So I'm going to let you do your increase round, and then I will meet you back here when you are done. Okay, so we've got our increase round, and what we're going to do now is we are going to do 4 rounds of single crochet stitches US terms, or double crochet stitches UK terms. So 4 rounds. When you've done that, don't forget to make 2, and then we're going to come back and sew them on. So you should have your 2 fins, and what we're going to do with them is where you've fastened off, you're going to want to fold them in half. So your fasten off is on one of the sides, and you're going to want to do that with both of them. We're not stuffing these, we're just folding them in half and sewing them onto the body. You've got a couple of options for sewing on. You can have them facing forwards like this. They kind of look like ears this way though. Or you can have them the way that I'm going to face them, have them facing backwards as if the seal would as it was swimming through the water. And super easy to sew on. So this is a low sew pattern, not a no sew, but it is a low sew. All you got to do is sew these fins on, and they're going to be super easy. All we're going to do is place the fins flat to the body. Just make sure you put them in the same place on both sides. Place them flat to the body, and then you're going to go through the stitches on the fin, 1 row on the body, and then come up the row above, pull through, and do exactly the same all the way along that fin. Go through the stitches on the fin, go through 1 row on the body, and then come up through the row above, and that will anchor that fin to the body. And you're going to sew the other fin onto the other side as well. So yes, you guessed it, you're going to have to pause here, sew those fins on, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys how we're going to pop those cute little faces on. Fins on. Now we just need to embroider this guy's little face on. So a little bit of black embroidery thread. This is how I do it. You might do it differently, but this is how I do it. I always go in to the side in a stitch I'm not going to use, and then I'm going to come up about here, because I guess that's the middle point between the eyes that I'm going to make a nose across. And I'm just going to leave a little bit of a tail end. Do not pull that black all the way through. And then I'm going to just do a few wraps over these 2 stitches with the black. So just in and out to make a few wraps of that nose. When we've done that, you'll have something that looks a little bit like this. And what you're going to need to do is go in again, but come out through the middle, so that the line of the mouth comes out through the middle of the nose, and we can go down and then make a smile on both sides. This is where you need a sharper needle, because you're going to have to push through the actual stitch as opposed to through the stitch holes. When you've done that, you're going to want to bring your embroidery thread down, and I'm going to go through the very center hole that we started with, just like so, and then use the thread to start making a little bit of a smile going off that center line. I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. There isn't really any sort of instructions I can give you for this little bit, apart from go with what you feel looks nice. And if you don't feel like it's going very well, the one thing that I do when I do faces is I don't rush them. I don't do them when I'm tired. But if I'm struggling with it, I will stop and come back, because I know I'm not very good at them, which is absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine by me. I don't mind doing simple faces, but I always stop and come back to it. So if you feel like you're messing it up a little bit, just take a break and come back to it when you are ready. Add this video to your watch later playlist as well, so that you can always come back to it if you feel like you need to take a break. Okay, final detail, the little whiskers. Now I'm gonna go from the last bit of the mouth into the little whiskers. I've gone here and I'm thinking it's a little bit too far away from the nose. Don't worry, if you do that, you can always just go back through the same stitch that you've just made. So I'm going to actually go a little bit closer into that nose around here, and then you'll see, because I've gone back through the same stitch, you won't be able to see the black thread. So you can always rectify it if you do mess it up a little bit. So the whiskers, we're just going to do 2 on each side of the face, 1 sort of at the nose coming out, and then one starting sort of opposite the mouth and coming out at a little bit of a diagonal, and same on both sides. And then when you've done that, I'll show you where you need to end up. So just finishing off this little last whisker, and you need to come out with your last stitch at the place where that yarn is, where that embroidery thread is hanging out. Because what you're going to do then is we're going to tie a double knot in this embroidery thread. We've anchored it around the face. We're going to anchor the two ends together now, and then all you're going to do once you've done that is hide that embroidery thread inside the body. So snip it off so they're the same length, thread a needle with them and hide it in the body. And this is your little seal. Absolutely flipping adorable. He is a baby seal, and the PDF pattern will be coming out very soon, which has the baby seal and a popper seal in it as well. So if you want to know when that drops, subscribe to my email list, which is in the description. As always, please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and it helps me to keep making cute plushies for you guys. New videos every Sunday, and I will see you in the next one.